What is it?
It is... It is... It is green.
The Constructicons continue to bulldoze their way through the Studio Series. With each reveal and release, it's hard not to get excited for these guys, even when today's subject is possibly my least favorite of the group. Let's discuss Studio Series BoneCrusher.
Hello. It has been brought to my attention that it is not appropriate to threaten you sweaty, disgusting flesh bags into supporting the channel. Scourge, you can't insult them either. Well, what am I supposed to do then? Just ask them nicely for their support. It's not hard. Ugh, fine. Hello, humans. If you like this content, please support it. And I promise to not destroy you. Scourge!
Now, I say he's my least favorite, but that's only if I was ranking them. I could also put Hook in that spot, since I broke his leg off the first time I tried to transform my original G2 version, but let's not let the past cloud my judgment here. BoneCrusher is a solid deluxe class toy. Like the other Combiner members we've seen so far this year, it appears that the priority of the design team was to make sure each individual member was a good standalone toy first, but also combine with their respective groups later on in a meaningful and epic way. BoneCrusher is a pretty decent standalone figure. Lots of nice sculpted details throughout. The highlight being the head. He's sporting that classic boxy head sculpt. I love the way they recessed his face a little, giving the impression he's wearing some sort of helmet with a chin strap. It's subtle, but adds a neat layer of depth to the design. Add to that the way the vehicle mode's canopy sits back behind the head. It always made me think he's wearing a kind of hoodie. There is one thing I really don't like about this figure though, so I'll get that out of the way now. While I understand that the design team was trying to keep BoneCrusher as faithful as they could to his original look, I do kinda wish they'd taken more liberties with the paint and the plastic colors. Because he is an absolute eyeball melter with the toxic green. And not in a fun G2 way. It's just too much. Had they added some more silver or purple to the chest details, or just made the legs black or even purple like Scavenger, it would have broken up the green nicely, and really helped to bring out the incredible details this figure is sporting. Other than proving Kermit the Frog right, BoneCrusher is still a pretty fun figure to mess around with. He articulates any way you could want. Due to the transformation, he even has an ab crunch, which is rare for a Transformers figure. Unlike Scavenger, BoneCrusher does have a waist swivel, though due to the placement of the shovel, it's hard to get any decent range out of him, without it looking silly. Honestly though, I don't mind this. These guys are robots after all, so who's to say they have to follow traditional aesthetics? I will say the knees, hips, and ankles on my copy are a little too tight, but I don't see any stress marks. Not that I could after the green plastic has blinded me. For accessories, this deluxe class behemoth is rocking a little laser pistol that's just adorable in his beefy mitts, as well as a block of plastic that attaches to another block of plastic on his back. It serves no purpose other than to be a built-in piece for the combined mode later on. It also makes BoneCrusher look a little husky, which on a construction vehicle I think is a good design choice. He looks powerful and armored. I dig it. Transforming BoneCrusher is probably my favorite thing about him. He just sort of explodes, then rearranges neatly, tucking the arms into the gap to form a solid-looking vehicle mode. There's a few more spots of purple on display here, and a nice little Decepticon symbol slapped on the front of the shovel. I really can't fault BoneCrusher's alt mode. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. I am firmly in the tread should have wheels camp though, so you don't scratch up the figure. But one could argue, as a piece of construction equipment, maybe he should get scratched a little. Of course, you could say that about tanks too. I still think the treads should have been a different color, but I will say I like this mode a lot still. BoneCrusher is a solid figure on his own. There's no other way to put it. As I said in my Scrapper review, I did not buy into the Combiner Wars versions of the Constructicons, so I can't compare it. But I will say that this is a pretty good figure and a fun and accurate representation of the character.
Fear not, brave viewers, for Skylinks is here to remind you to hit the subscribe button. And remember, if Skylinks thinks it's a good idea, then you really can't go wrong.